The clip you're about to watch is all about a kettle and a water filter. But I forgot to mention in the video you're about to watch that after five weeks of use, there's no sign of any furring in the kettle. So that is good. I've got the kettle from Curry's and I've got the filter jug from Amazon. You most likely get the kettle from Amazon as well, I should imagine. But I was in Ipswich, so I thought I'll pop in Curry's to see if they got a glass kettle, which is what I did do, and I bought one there and then. And then when I brought that home, the daughter come round, Debbie, and she said, you need a filter, water filter, Dad. So I didn't even know that existed. Not ones where you just fill up from the tap and they work like that. I knew that they had big ones that were connected to the mains. Anyway, so I went on Amazon and I bought the jug, and the combination of the two, the filter and the glass kettle, so you can see what's going on inside the kettle, it's a brilliant buy. I'm so pleased that I bought the pair of them, because you can see at a glance that there's no bits of fur flying around in the water. Because our previous kettle, when you emptied it in the sink to fill it up with fresh water, just all the bits and pieces fell out the bottom of it. It just fell out the top of it rather. And although you've got a built-in filter in these kettles, bits of it still manage to get through and get into what you're drinking. So this is the answer. So anyway, I'm sorry I forgot to mention this in the main video, but getting a bit old, you know what I mean? There's not a lot going on upstairs anymore. Right, okay, I'll let you get on with watching the vid and see what you think. I've got a monitor up there so I can see myself. And it gives you all the information, right? It tells I'm recording, tells me how much battery I've got left, it's giving me the amount of sound going in. Yeah, top hole. Right, just going to show you this. I'm sharing this with you because I think this is brilliant. I didn't even know these existed until my daughter said I should get one. First of all, that I'm talking about, not this. First of all, I see one of these somewhere on the telly, I think, or see it somewhere being used. And I thought, well, that's a good idea. A glass kettle. You can see at a glance how much water you've got in there. Although it's got the actual markings on it, this is a 1.7 litre kettle. And I thought I'll get one of them. So I did. And that is it. Got it from Curry's, not in Cambridge, Curry's down in Ipswich, where I was at the time. In fact, the Curry's at Ipswich is a brilliant shop. It is a brilliant shop. It puts the Cambridge one to shame, to be quite honest with you. Right, okay, let's get back to this kettle. Yeah, when you switch it on, you've got there's blue lights in the bottom which sort of illuminate it up through the water, and looks quite good. Very good. So that's the kettle I bought, which I think is a good buy. I think this is about, I don't know, between 30-40 quid. They had three of these, three types, all different prices, but I went for that one, about the middle price I think. Now this is a water filter. I don't know if you put that over there. I don't know if you know anything about these or not, but what a brilliant thing these are. These are brilliant. Now we suffered with our kettles furring up. We had to defur them every couple of months or whatever. And my Debbie said, you need to get a water filter, Dad. So I bought one, and I'm thinking this. I don't think this is going to work, but it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I'm going to. These are the filters. You buy these filters work out just below £3 each, and they last for a month. But what I don't understand is they say the filters last for a month, but it depends. It don't say they last for 10 gallons of water or nothing like that. I mean, within a month you could only use this perhaps 5 times if you weren't a big tea drinker, or you're going to use it 100 times if you are a big tea drinker. Like my missus, she's always drinking tea. Well, she wastes most of it because she lets it get cold. So anyway, that's a pack of 6 in there. So you've got 6 months. That don't come with it. Yeah, I bought that separate. That filter comes with it. The filter's in there. It's not fitted when it comes, but the filter's in there. And they come in a sealed pack, like for hygiene reasons. Right, now it's a little bit tricky to take off. That's the. I always think I'm going to break the bloody thing. Oh. There's a tight fit in there, and a wonderful piece of engineering actually, because right, that's the jug. This is the filter. Oops, I'm all fingers and thumbs today. That just twists off like that. You throw that bit away when it's full up, when you don't need it anymore. Put it in there, twist it in, that's done. Right, so this fits inside there. You fill this up with water. It filters through there, comes out the bottom, and you can see it running out into there. Now the clever bit is, I'll put that back in. It goes in there as a snug fit. The clever bit is when you filtered your water, and it's almost instantly. So you've got your water there, and you might have a bit of water left in here if you've overfilled it. And when you tip it out, this water don't come out, don't run out there, only the water that's in the bottom. Like this. Just have to clip that on there, and that's it. Job done. There you go. Now what I'll do, I'll tip this in there just to show you how it all works. Before I tip it in there, and I'll show you once it's in there, but I mean, I don't know if you can see that water that's in that kettle, how clear it is. Now with their old kettles, although you couldn't see in them, but if you pour the water out, especially if you have the last dredgings in there, you know, like perhaps one more cupful of water, and you tipped out into a glass, you see all the little bits and pieces in it. It's unbelievable. All going down there. Right, so yeah, I find this easier indoors. Make out I'm filling this from the tap, you don't fill it from the kettle. So you want that about an inch from the top when you're filling it up. Can you see that running through? That's running through the filter and to the bottom, and that will Because what we do indoors, we fill this up, or I fill it up. And we normally fill it up to there's a litre, and to there is 1.5 litres. I think I know one of these. I fill it up with one of these, which is I think just perhaps a litre or just over a litre. So you're not boiling a full kettle every time. I used to just fill the kettle up indoors when you just the ordinary kettle. I'd fill it up to the top every time, so I ain't got to keep going to the tap. But of course, then you're boiling all that water that you're not using every time you switch it on. And because all these rising costs, you got to cut back on all these things. Right, that's done now. That's down the bottom there, as you see. And that's ready to use. If I'll tip it back in here just to show you how it works. That's why this insert is a snug fit, so the water don't run out everywhere when you're tipping it in your kettle. Yeah. And there's your kettle. It's a litre. There's a litre in there now. So this holds a litre, which is enough for a couple of cups of tea. And then what I do, I fill that up. So I fill that up so it then drains through, filters through, and it's ready for when you need it for the next kettle load. So anyway, you might already know about this idea. My daughter did, which I don't know where she got that from, but I didn't know anything about this. So if you don't know, you do now. And just a wonderful little simple filter jug, a really simple filter jug, and I'm over the moon with it. And of course, you can buy these singularly. You can buy them in a pack of 3, or you can buy them in a pack of 6. So you change them once a month. That's it. And believe you me, that gets filled up a lot of times within that month, and it's still. You'll see after a while, it doesn't run out so fast. Towards the end of the month, it doesn't run out the filter so fast when you fill the jug up. But yeah, because you know what it's like when the kids call in. First thing they want is a cup of tea, and the second thing they want is another cup of tea. So it gets plenty of use. Yeah, well pleased with that, and I can highly recommend it. I don't know much. These are not a lot of money. I think it's less than 20 quid. Right, I've got to take this back indoors because the old dear's waiting to have a cup of tea. I think she's got shares in Tetley, my old dear, because she's always drinking bloody tea. Right. See you on the next video.